All right. So we just got, what was it? We got done watching Sailor Moon Season 1, Episode 44. This episode was called Usagi's Awakening, a message from the distant past.
Yeah, and that it was. Dreaming of Tuxedo Mask. The episode starts with Usagi Tsukino dreaming of Tuxedo Mask. Aren't we all? Is what I was thinking.
I know I am.
I mean, I'm always thinking.
The whole rose thing is beautiful. Eh?
Yeah.
I was really thinking about this episode. Really got me going. Really hit me in the feelings. Like thinking about certain symbols in the show that I maybe haven't given it enough credibility.
Quite
as beautifully repetitive phrases. Right?
Quite a beautiful episode to be honest. The artwork was impeccable, gorgeous.
Yeah. Oh man.
Words can't even explain.
Well, it seemed to have like a respect for sort of 70s science fiction psychedelia art.
Very,
and sort of post moon landing kind of science fiction.
There's a scene where there's a very blue dark background, and the color contrast with Sailor Moon being in this dark blue area. She's so bright and colorful. It was quite something.
I was thinking too about this. The color that they choose to give Luna in general, something I've never mentioned before. The color that Luna is as a cat is great. It's almost black, but it's blue. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's kind of like this very dark
grayish
purple,
blue.
Very dark purple.
Yeah,
it's a great color. It's just a great color.
It's nice. It's
and the way that they make it fit, and the way that it wraps around the character of Luna, sort of as this. It's kind of like it's more. She's less of like a mother figure, perhaps, and more of like an aunt. Of sorts, right?
And Artemis,
I've never been a big fan. The role of Artemis.
I've never been a big fan of Artemis. I'm happy to see another cute kitty cat, but we'll see.
Artemis has yet to.
And I like something that I've never mentioned before. That's always it's filming.
It's filming.
Oh yeah.
All right.
It's is the punishing, and it's that.
In the name of the moon.
Yeah, and it's I like that it's punishing because it implies that someone did something bad. These evil spirits. It's like that's a bad thing. It's like I'm not going to get you back.
That's one thing about the sailors. The sailors are definitely a reactionary force. Yeah. This episode definitely really establishes the whole point of this episode is it's this mass flashback of sorts that's being revealed to the sailors. Because it's a pretty trippy kind of concept, I will say. It's pretty trippy, but trying to wrap my head around it. Basically, they find this cave. Sailor Venus and Sailor Jupiter, I think, and Artemis and Luna find a cave that is, what was it, man? You know what I'm talking about?
The cave?
Cave. Yeah, there's like a cave that was like the entrance to the Dark Kingdom's Earth hideout.
Yeah, and that's where.
And they go into this cave, basically. That's in this building.
Now, and how did they? Is that how they got to the back? And
then Kunzite tries to send them into the multiple dimensions.
How do we get into the flashback? What initiates
they get sent into this thing.
Okay,
you see this big red eye, and you see the sailors kind of twirling into this space.
That was a beautiful shot.
It was beautiful.
Oh yeah. There was symmetry to it.
They put a lot of their budget into this episode's art.
Just a lot of their time too. Just a lot of time. Yeah. And then
basically you're hit with the flashback, and you're reminded of this plot point that came up probably 7 or 8 episodes ago. The Sailor Moon is the princess of the moon of the past.
She's the moon princess.
And has a relationship with Endymion, Tuxedo Mask.
Oh, like a past relationship in this alternate, not alternate, but this parallel universe that kind of existed.
And then we meet her mom in
this
episode.
Queen Serenity.
Queen Serenity.
And she is heavenly. She's like an angel coming down from heaven, all white, beautiful, just heavenly woman. And then she basically
through this chaotic dimension that meant to send them
she explains everything.
An important thing is the reason that they just ended up in this hey, this is what your roles are, kind of live-in flashback of the chaotic dimension was because of the silver crystal. Yeah. Basically having the wand.
And this tackling the
wand, which is the silver crystal.
Yeah, tackling these parallel universes, man.
Because the silver crystal has the memory of the moon.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it has the...
It's interesting. That's interesting. sort of understanding of like the power of Sailor Moon versus the other sailors being more of like a combat kind of magic, and then having Sailor Moon being this more, and having Queen Serenity being sort of the original, passing this down. It's very interesting. I don't know. It's very.
She was Princess Serenity. She was not. She was the Princess of the Moon, but she was Princess Serenity.
Serene. Wasn't it Serene?
It was just Serenity. It was just named after her mother. And so tackling these parallel universes, I found very interesting. And then we met Metalia, the mass of evil energy.
Yeah, Metalia is like, so we've seen this in episodes. I don't think
we've discussed all she is just
kind of Gengar from Pokemon.
Yeah, it looks like that.
Spirit beast.
Evil energy, and the fact that the evil energy feeds off good energy. A lot of the time it feeds off the human energy that's filled with good and happiness, but can fuel its negativity and its evil energy through good energy. It's crazy. It just blows my mind, and but the power of love can't
huge friendship.
It's huge loyalty. It's crazy. I mean, that's the stuff that that's gonna stop the Metalia.
What I need to kind of understand with this sort of whole universe and rules within the series, I think, is that it's unexplicable and magic. It's not both, and that's like kind of a distinction. You know what I mean? Those are not mutually exclusive, so to speak. Like, it's unexplicable and magic, right? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well,
so it's like shit just happens.
It's magic because
I shouldn't say that.
Yeah,
Stuff just happens to expand the plot. That was something I was thinking about last episode. I don't think I mentioned, but
Queen. And the fact that Queen Beryl is basically brainwashed the entire world, and
she's been brainwashed. That was established in this episode as well.
She has been brainwashed as well.
Basically saying that she had been consumed by evil energy.
Yeah, but and now brainwashed. The entire world is essentially brainwashed by evil energy without knowing it. And she's trying to take the moon. In this flashback, she's trying to take the Moon Kingdom. And then this is when I guess Princess Serenity gets absorbed by the evil energy. Or something like, or not that, but she's
Queen Serenity sacrifices her everything and magically transports all these people to Earth
using the and then the moon escalation.
As far as I understand,
moon healing escalation,
just
hyper shot everybody back.
Yeah, basically some shit like that. Some stuff like that.
And
friendship
and. Let's see. It just felt like this collective, spiritual awakening with the group, and I think it'll lay down a different kind of.
I think the next
lay down some different groundwork for their relationship as the group, as the sailors, because
this was the highest stakes episode we've had.
They had this this kind of this moment together.
They beat Kunzite.
And they beat Kunzite because we're getting to the end of the episode.
Power.
So I think they really came together in this episode, and that's going to make for some very interesting dynamics. Because especially with the contrast to the last episode, how it was mostly infighting, and they come back together, friendship, loyalty. At the end.
I think that's the great contrast.
They just go they hammer the friendship home in this one. They really come together. So it's almost like a polar opposite of the last episode in a way, except for the ending.
Well, it gave a lot of context, but admittedly, it's pretty loose. You know what I mean? This what we've been given is pretty loose. You know what I'm saying?
It's pretty loose,
but it's great.
It's loose because this episode was honestly it was avant-garde. I've heard people say before.
This was surrealism.
Surrealism. It was and.
What is this? Lynchian.
That show. Yeah. And the Dark Kingdom is in the North Pole. And I don't know if that's
Dark Kingdom Ventress is in was it the D point of the North Pole?
Yeah, the D point. Do we know that? I would have forgot because that was news to me.
Oh, we didn't know
the Dark Kingdom in the North Pole,
who would have thought?
Which is such a happy place. The North Pole, bright penguins,
Santa
Claus. So. I like that.
Yeah, this none of the garbage, none of the filler talk here. This was an excellent episode of Sailor Moon. This was one
exciting
heck of an episode of Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon, man. It's good stuff. This is great.
Can't wait to watch the next.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes. Great cliffhanger, man.
Yeah, that cliffhanger. We've lost Kunzite.
And he was like, "Take me to where Nefrit is. Take me to where his soul lies." That's what he says. Can't believe it. And it was great. That was very powerful.
Yeah,
I was really into that.
Quite the episode. It took a lot out of me. I'm exhausted after that episode.
Yeah, I'm emotionally exhausted.
Exhausted.
Like just.
Woo.
Oof. All right. Hey, thanks for watching.